room is available or not, is required or not. If yes, then whether these ramps are available or not. If ramps are available, if yes, then whether handrails for these ramps are available or not. Then only you have to specify this information. Question number 17 to 20 will be printed only if the school is having secondary and higher secondary sections in this particular school. In the question number 17, we are asking details of attached hostel facility. Does the school is having a boys hostel? If yes, how many number of boys are residing in that boys hostel? Does the school has a girls hostel? If yes, how many number of girls are residing in the girls hostel? Question number 18, does the school have the following facility? Availability you have to specify in yes or no. Separate room for assistant headmaster or vice principal, separate common room for girls, staff room for teachers, ICT lab, computer room, co-curricular activity room, arts and craft room, staff quarter including residential quarters for headmaster, integrated science lab. Here we had given a brief description also. What is an integrated science lab? Integrated science lab is a lab where, and that is only for secondary, where physics, chemistry and biology, these three kind of practicals are carried out in same lab. That is a ICT, integrated science lab. This question is only for secondary level, secondary sections of the school. Whether library room is available or not. Earlier we had asked whether library facility is there or not. In this question at the last we are asking whether library room is there or not. Question number 19, does the school have the following equipments, following labs, lab facility? This question is for higher secondary sections only. And the options are whether it is fully equipped, partially equipped or not at all available. So we are asking whether separate room for physics lab is available or not, chemistry lab is available or not, biology lab, computer lab, mathematics lab, language laboratory, geography lab, home science lab and psychology lab. Whether separate room for these kind of labs is available or not. If yes, then what is the condition? Whether these labs are fully equipped, partially equipped or not equipped or not at all available. Not at all, the condition is not at all available. Similarly, in question number 20, we are asking about some usable equipment, working and usable equipment. Whether audio visual public address system is available or not, whether LCD projector or overhead projector is available or not in working condition, whether fire extinguisher is there or not, whether internet connection is there or not, is rainwater harvesting implemented in the school or not, whether science kit and maths kit has been provided by RMSA or not. In the midday meal component, we had reduced the data capture format, we had reduced the questions in this particular component of the data capture format earlier to in the previous year data capture format. Now we are only asking for status of the midday meal. Whether the midday meal is provided, not provided. If provided and prepared in the school premises, then give the status of the kitchen shed. If the MDM is provided in the school but not prepared in the school, then provide the source of MDM, from where you are getting the MDM, cooked MDM. It may be an NGO, it may be a nearby school, it may be a self-help group, or Gram Panchayat or central kitchen may be providing MDM to that particular school. So this question will be filled only if the MDM is provided to the children but not prepared in the school. If MDM is prepared in the school and provided to the children, then you have to specify the status of the kitchen shed only. In the C component, in the C part of the data capture format, we are asking about the teachers detail. On the first page, if you remember, we had asked for total number of teachers in position, stage wise, for primary, upper primary, secondary and higher secondary. On this particular page, teacher section, here you have to give the details of each and every teacher which you had given on the first page, total teachers. Total in position teachers. working teachers, functional teachers. Here you have to specify this year we had added one more column in this particular data capture format in teacher section. If you have the Aadhaar ID or NPR, National Population Register ID of the teacher, then specify that ID, and then name of the teacher, gender of the teacher, date of birth of the teacher, social category, general, SC, ST, OBC, type of teacher. In type of teacher you have to specify whether the teacher record which you are filling, that is a head teacher or acting head teacher, or he is a teacher or instructor positioned as per RT, or he is a principal, vice principal and lecturer are the terms used in secondary and higher secondary sections of a school. Then you have to specify the year of joining in the present service. Year of joining in the present service doesn't mean that in which year the school joined this school. Year of joining in present service means when the particular teacher became a teacher. Suppose a teacher joined as a teacher the department in 1990, and now after that he has been posted in three or four more schools, and now that particular teacher is posted in this particular school in 2005. Then you will not write 2005 in this particular column. You will write year of joining in present service as 1990, when that particular teacher joined the department as a teacher. That year you have to specify. Then highest qualification of each and every teacher, highest academic qualification and professional qualification. In academic qualification we had given the options like below secondary, higher secondary, graduate, postgraduate, MPhil, PhD or postdoctoral. You have to specify the academic qualification, highest academic qualification and highest professional qualification of the teacher. Then classes taught. This year in classes taught we had reframed the options. Last year also the option were primary only. In the classes taught, teacher is teaching in the primary only classes. Primary only means classes 1 to 5 only. Then another option is teacher is teaching in upper primary classes only. Upper primary means classes 6 to 8 only. Third we had written, this year we had reframed it, we are saying primary and upper primary. That means the teacher is teaching in both the sections, in primary also, and upper primary also. Last year we had written mostly primary, but this year we had reframed it. We are writing primary only, upper primary only classes, or primary with upper primary classes. Then fourth option is secondary only, fifth is higher secondary only, seventh is upper primary with secondary. If a teacher is teaching in classes 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, then you have to specify that the classes taught by the teacher is upper primary and secondary both. That option you have to choose. If the teacher is teaching in classes 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th, then you will write the option in the classes taught, you will write secondary and higher secondary. That kind of option we have provided, you have to choose that as per the applicable condition. Then main subjects taught, subject 1 and subject 2, we are given two options in this particular subject, in this particular question, where main subjects by the teacher, the subject list is also given in the data capture format, and days of in-service training in the last academic year. How many days the teacher received in-service training at BRC level, CRC level, DIET and any other level, you have to specify the total number of days. Then number of working days teacher spent in non-teaching assignments other than non-teaching work. How many days the teacher was busy in some other work. You have to specify those number of working days. Then the teacher studied maths up to which class? English or language up to which class? Social studies up to which stage? Then working in present school since. Here you have to specify the year from which the teacher is working in the present school. Type of disability in the teacher, if teacher is having any kind of disability, then you have to specify that kind of disability. The options are also given in the software, whether he is orthopedically handicapped, then you have to specify the appropriate answer. whether the teacher is trained for teaching CWSN or not. Trained for teaching CWSN means they get some special kind of training to teach the CWSN, whether they receive that kind of training or not, yes or no. In the enrollment part, now from here, the data capture format you will receive will be blank. Blank means only tables will be there, you have to fill all the values as per the records from your school register. This D table will be printed only for the schools having primary and primary with upper primary sections. That means grade 1 only. This table will not be printed for the schools having class 6 to 8 or class 9 to 12. Only it will be printed for the schools having grade 1. So here you will specify total boys and girls by age, how many boys or girls are in less than 5 age attending grade 1, 5, 6, 7 and more than 7. And total number of children with preschool experience. That means the number of children who are attending the grade 1 this year. Out of this, how many are having preschool experience? Preschool from the same school or preschool from any other school or Anganwadi experience or ECCE center, early childhood care education center, out of the total given in the total children admitted in grade 1 this year. As in the morning session, Professor Mehta has specified that this year we had included some more social categories to be covered in the enrollment part. This table is very much crucial to analyze the data at the national level or at any level from the DICE data, where we are asking enrollment in current academic session by social category, class wise, gender wise for pre-primary to class 12. We are asking how many boys and girls are in general category, SC category, ST category, OBC category. Out of that, from them we are making a total number of students class wise, gender wise in the school. Out of these total students, class wise, gender wise, how many boys and girls are Muslims, how many are Christians, Sikh, Buddhist, Parsi, Jain or any other minority as defined at the national level. These minorities are not religious minority. These minorities are defined at the national level. So you have to specify out of the total students, class wise, gender wise, how many are Muslims, how many are Christian, Sikh, Buddhist, Parsi, Jain and others. This information you have to provide from the records only, not by assumption. Please be careful while filling this information. This information is utmost urgent and very important to be entered this year into the DICE data capture format so that it can be entered into the DICE software and can be analyzed later on at the state and district level. Now on the in the E table we had specified enrollment by social category for the current academic year. Same information we are asking for current academic year, enrollment by class, by gender, but age wise. This information in the F table, class wise, gender wise should match with the enrollment by social category, class wise, gender wise, social category wise given in the E table. Again, in the G part, enrollment in current academic session by medium of instruction. Again, this table, values in this table, enrollment given in this table, class wise, gender wise, medium of instruction wise should be tallied, should match with enrollment by age and enrollment by social category. If there is a variation in these three tables, enrollment by class, by gender, by social category, by age, by medium of instruction, then it raises question on the reliability of the enrollment data. If these three informations are very much accurate and matching, that means it shows that we are serious in filling the information and the data quality can be improved. If the school is having only single medium of instruction, then you need not fill this table. If the school is having only one medium of instruction, then you need not fill this data capture. You need not fill this table in the data capture format. Leave it blank. At the computer level, while making the data entry, this information will be automatically filled while the data entry is done. So it will automatically tally with the enrollment by caste, enrollment by social category. But if a school is having more than one medium, two medium or three medium, then you have to fill this information. Now repeaters in current academic session by social category, similar to enrollment by social category, class wise, gender wise, social category wise. Out of the total enrollment in current academic session, how many are repeaters from the previous year? Repeaters can be, how they can be a repeater? Due to long absenteeism or any other reason. So those number of boys and girls, class wise, gender wise, social category wise, you have to specify here. In the facilities provided to children for previous academic year, for primary classes, how many boys and girls, social category wise, were provided free textbooks in the previous academic year, in the primary classes? You have to specify that. In the previous academic year, how many boys and girls, social category wise, were provided free uniforms? You have to provide it. You have to provide that total number of students. Similarly, for upper primary classes also, primary means 1 to 5, upper primary 6 to 8. Here you have to provide the information of boys and girls, number of boys and girls in social category to whom you provided free textbook and free uniform in the previous academic year, in the year 2012-13. Then children with special needs, CWSN data. Out of the total enrollment given in the table E, social category wise, there we had given enrollment by social category in the table E. Here we are asking, out of those total enrollment, out of that total enrollment, how many children are differently abled, or CWSN, children with special need, class wise, gender wise, and type of impairment wise. How many boys and girls are visually impaired, complete blindness, or low vision? How many are having hearing problem, hearing impairment, speech impairment, locomotor impairment? Locomotor means moving, difficulty in moving, locomotor impairment, mental retardation, learning disability, cerebral palsy, autism, or multiple kind of disability. You have to specify total number of boys and girls, class wise, gender wise. Then in the L table we are asking facilities provided to CWSN for the last academic year. This is not current academic year. For the last academic year, how many number of boys and girls in elementary classes, in secondary classes, and in higher secondary classes were provided the given kind of facility? How many boys and girls were provided braille books? How many boys and girls were provided braille kit, low vision kit, hearing aid, braces, crutches, wheelchair, tricycles or calipers? These kind of facility to how many CWSNs we had provided? Starting from table M to table Q, all the rest of the pages from data capture format from now are applicable only for secondary and higher secondary sections of the school, or secondary and higher secondary schools only, not for elementary. Till the previous table L, it was meant for elementary schools or elementary sections of the school. Now from table M to Q, all the tables, all the questions are related only with secondary and higher secondary schools. Here we are asking, this is only for higher secondary school. Here we are asking availability of streams in the school, whether arts stream is available in the school or not, science stream, commerce stream, vocational stream, or any other stream other than arts, science, commerce and vocational, that is available in the school or not. Then we are asking enrollment and repeaters by stream. In the previous table we had specified stream, art, science, commerce and vocational. Here we are asking for class 11th and 12th, higher secondary section, enrollment and repeaters. Class wise, gender wise, social category wise and stream wise. In art stream, in class 11, how many boys and girls are there who are in general category, who are in SC category, ST category and OBC category? Enrollment, and out of this enrollment, how many are repeaters? In the same table we are asking on one page. Enrollment by class, enrollment by social category, enrollment by stream. For classes 11th and 12th only, enrollment and repeaters we have to specify. In the O table, we are asking for examination result of class 10. Board examination, result of the class 10 examination for the previous academic year. Previous academic year again 2012-13. Social category wise, how many boys and girls appeared in the class 10th examination? Out of these appeared, how many passed or qualified the class 10th examination in the previous academic year? That you have to specify. Same information but in a different way. In the B part we are asking number of students passed or qualified the secondary school board examination in the previous academic year by range of marks. How many general, SC, ST, OBC boys, girls passed with more than 40%, 41 to 60%, 61 to 80%, or how many passed with above 80% marks. This year you may also face difficulty that now grades are provided to the students in the examinations, but these grades are also based on some percentage. On the mark sheet where the grades are given, along with those grades, the percentage, how the grades are calculated, how the grades are generated, those range of that percentage is also given. So you have to specify the number of students by social category, by gender, by the range of marks for class 10th in this particular question. In the next part we are asking same information for class 12. Gender wise, how many number of students appeared? Stream wise, art, science, commerce and vocational studies, how many number of students appeared? How many passed? Out of these appeared. Similarly, out of the total passed in class 12, how many number of students passed in the range group of, in the range of marks up to 40%, 41 to 60, 61 to 80 and above 80%. Then we are asking for receipt and expenditure under RMSA. That means the grants, the funds provided by RMSA, the details of those grants you have to specify by the given sections of the what is the total amount you received in the previous completed financial year for civil works, what is the amount you received, what is the amount of grant you utilized, and what is the total amount which is spillover from previous year. Spillover means the amount which was left unspent is spillover to the current financial year, that you have to specify for civil works, for annual school grant, that is recurring minor repair or maintenance grant, repair and replacement of laboratory equipment, purchase of laboratory consumables and articles. Then grant received for purchase of books, periodicals, grant received for meeting water, telephone and electricity bills, or any other grant received last year, utilized last year, what is the total amount, and the total amount spill over to the current financial year. In the last table we are asking for, and that is only for second and higher secondary stages, number of non-teaching or administrative and support staff who are not engaged in teaching activity. How many sanctioned and how many in position? Number of accountants sanctioned staff strength and number of accountants in position. Number of library assistants sanctioned and in position. Number of laboratory assistants sanctioned and in position. Number of upper division clerk, UDC or head clerk sanctioned and in position. number of lower division clerk, sanctioned and in position, number of MTS, multitasking staff, sanctioned and in position, and night watchman, number of sanctioned staff strength for night watchman, and how many are in position. This is the complete data capture format which is implemented this year. You have to fill the data capture format correctly, fill the data capture format and provide to the CRC coordinator. CRC coordinator is responsible for checking each and every column of all the 20 or 25 data capture formats from the school, collected from the school under his or her jurisdiction. Then only they should supply this data capture format, filled in data capture format, to the next higher level where the data entry will take place either at the block level or at the district level. Now, based on this data capture format, based on this go through of the data capture format, if you have any kind of queries, you can just send us an SMS, or you can just call us on the IGNOU studio lines, which the numbers are with you, or you can also call us on toll-free numbers. If you have any kind of queries later on also related with the data capture format, filling of the data capture format, then we are having our emails given in the data capture format also and in the software also. The emails you can note down as shown on your screen. The IGNOU Studio fax number is 29536134, on which you can send your questions. The websites are also now visible on the screen, schoolreportcards.in, dice.in. If you have any query related with the data capture format or software or training, then you can send us a line of mail on Arun Mehta at nupa.org and Naveen Bhatia at nupa.org.
Thank you, Mr. Naveen. Now, before